You are the most important project you will ever work on in your entire life. It would be beneficial to your evolution to learn as much as you can about yourself. Hey there, beautiful souls. It's Sarai. I hope this month has been treating you well. I've been hearing some mixed reviews for people as far as how their May has been going. So I hope you're able to remember in those tough moments that everything is happening exactly the way it is meant to. The growing pains are uncomfortable, but they're a beautiful part of your story. If you've been feeling restless or itching to learn more or maybe explore, you are not alone. It is the Sagittarius full moon headed our way. So before we break down the 5 messages we received from our spirit guides for this full moon, let's go over the astrological energy available to us at this time. There's so many interesting things going on in the cosmos this week. Let's start with the Sagittarius moon. It will be full on May 23rd. Sagittarius is a mutable fire sign. Mutable meaning this zodiac sign comes at the end of a season, signifying that they flow very easily with the energy of change. They're in alignment with transitions and they're very adaptable. With this also being a fire sign, Sagittarius energy craves freedom, expression, creativity, and passion. I always think of Sagittarius dominant people as the great explorers of the zodiac with their wandering nomadic hearts. It's a really beautiful energy to experience, but as you know, the full moons are all about reflection and release. The moon's energy puts everything in a spotlight. Everything that's not working for you, that's not in alignment with you, everything that is somehow holding you back is being emphasized right now. In all honesty, sometimes it can be a little tricky for Sagittarius energy to dig deeper when it comes to introspection. Things move really quickly for the Sagittarius, whether it's their racing thoughts or traveling from place to place, doing one activity, being involved in one project and another conversation. They are truly busybodies personified. So there can be some tension when it comes to the moon settling in the Sagittarius constellation. We can find it harder to make time for ourselves or to rest or to have an honest self-check-in. It would be really beneficial if we could sit down at least once this week and just have a conversation with self. You are the most important project you will ever work on in your entire life. It would be beneficial to your evolution to learn as much as you can about yourself. This end of May energy is busy and exciting and a little disorganized even. And while you do want to satisfy that need to express yourself and to create and to learn more amazing things, balance is going to be so important with helping you stay grounded. You'll want to intentionally create opportunities to calm your energy down so you're not staying in a constant state of alert and on go. When you need to give yourself a reset or to calm your emotions or become grounded after activities, you can try things like breath work, slow and intentional movements like yoga, meditating, or journaling. I have some journaling prompts for you for this Sagittarius full moon. Has my life been unusually busy lately? If so, what are my true feelings regarding my full schedule? Is there anything I've been avoiding that needs to be addressed? What factors of my life have been out of my control lately? How have I been coping with that? What in my life recently has helped me feel free? What a great time to have a Sagittarius moon. We are officially in Gemini season. The sun entered the Gemini constellation on May 20th and will stay there until around June 20th. Gemini is a mutable air sign and also the sister sign of Sagittarius. This means that they are exact opposites on the zodiac wheel/cycle. Gemini and Sagittarius have a lot of similarities. They're generally very social signs. Sagittarius is a more like action-oriented energy, and Geminis are very communicative. So during Gemini season, we can expect to communicate more thoroughly with others and even with ourselves. Both energies are very inquisitive and love lots of mental stimulation, so this would be the perfect time to dive deeper into your studies or to learn something new, especially when it comes to learning more about yourself. As well as the Sagittarius full moon, also on May 23rd, the planet Venus will enter the Gemini constellation. Venus is the planet of love, so you might see your social battery growing in capacity. Sagittarius full moon might show you connections that are making you feel smothered or misunderstood, but this Gemini energy will help you attract more fulfilling connections as long as you're able to make room for them in your life. You have to be willing to release any connection that is holding you back and invite in better connections for yourself. Something else that's exciting for the collective, Jupiter will enter the Gemini constellation on May 25th. If you watched my big energy reading for the month of May, you might remember me mentioning this. Jupiter is the planet of growth, good fortune, and spiritual wisdom. When Jupiter is in the Gemini constellation, this brings us a very positive energy to work with. We'll be thinking deeper about our spiritual beliefs and living a life that is more in alignment with our truth and our authenticity. So from this energy, combined with that of the Sagittarius full moon, the collective can expect all things that aren't bringing us deep fulfillment to become very apparent in our lives. So now that we've got a solid understanding of the astrological significance of this full moon, let's go over the 5 messages the collective received for this full moon. And if you'd like to just take a moment and connect with your intuition and pick a number between 1 and 5 to see which message or messages will resonate deeply with you at this time. Right now, you might find that different responsibilities are weighing heavier on you. You have outgrown a lot of things and you're trying to find your way to alignment, or you're just seeing things more clearly, and that comes with accountability and having to shift your behavior. Very simply put, things are changing rapidly for the collective, and it can sometimes feel like a bit of a burden to have to actively adjust to all of these changes. Your spiritual team wants to offer you support during this time of transition so it doesn't feel so heavy. When your day-to-day life is overwhelming and you lose sight of the big picture, they want you to follow your intuition. The God in you will never lead you astray, no matter what contradictions in your life try to convince you otherwise. Every uncomfortable experience will lead you to ease in your future. For you are learning profound lessons that are molding you into being the best version of yourself. Your team wants to remind you to not let the growing pains move you away from your faith. Continue to trust in the divine plan and timing of your life. And as you are outgrowing the old versions of yourself and accepting the consequences of that, remember to embrace your authenticity. The collective is moving past trying to squeeze into small boxes that an archaic society created. As we evolve, so too should the way we interact with each other on a grand scale. Playing small is a way to reject accountability for your own personal power. Trust in the gifts that God has given you. Show up in new spaces knowing that your authenticity will help those around you progress and evolve too. Your spiritual team wants you to rejoice in the fact that everything you're experiencing is so much bigger than just circumstances happening to you. As you evolve, you are raising the collective vibration and positively impacting the greater good. As we've all noticed, May was very busy. It came with a lot of surprises and newness from the universe, and it can be easy to get lost in all of that activity and become a little disconnected from self. And then this causes a domino effect, and it can impact our lives in so many ways, from our energy feeling drained to our emotions being harder to regulate, and it can even impact how we envision and manifest our future. Your spiritual team wants to help you guide yourself back to self, back to feeling at home in your body. You're being encouraged to heal your relationship with rest and to prioritize more of it. There's only so much productivity you can achieve when you are constantly running on a low battery. They want to remind you that so much power can be found in intentional stillness. Going out in the world and doing these important things and expressing yourself and creating freely, that's amazing. Keep doing that. Just remember to have balance. When you are intentional with your energy, your stillness can be very fertile. When you go within and align your spirit's intentions with your thoughts and being grounded in your physical body, you'll be able to achieve more than you could just by working off of human strength and persistence alone. Connecting with nature, connecting with your breath and slow movements, connecting with your higher self, there's so much power in that. When you find balance in it all, you'll see that the next steps you take in life are more secure and more successful. Everything that we have experienced has shaped our whole personalities, and it's impacted the way we interact with and perceive the world around us. And while we do have many opportunities in life to grow and evolve into so many different versions of ourselves, humans naturally tend to hold on to what's familiar to them, whether it's helpful or harmful. Your spiritual team does want you to continue to acknowledge your past with love. The ups and downs are a beautiful part of your story, but your story continues. And if you're bothered by the idea of those pages having the same words written on them chapter after chapter, this is a sign that you are ready to embrace your growth. And you have your spiritual team's full support. Forgive yourself for how you held onto things that you've grown familiar with and attached to because it felt safe. Forgive yourself for how that impacted the progression of your life. You are now ready to move away from survival mode, and the first step is loving yourself wholeheartedly. Having faith that you can handle the newness of life that God will bless you with once you surrender to God's plan for you. Your eyes are open, and you have gained wisdom that will greatly benefit you in these next chapters of your story. Trust that you are able to see past illusions, trust in your discernment, and rely on your spiritual beliefs when you're doubting your path. When you start to see the patterns in life and all the dots start to connect, know that this is your spiritual team's way of ensuring you're still moving in alignment towards the future God has for you. Right now, the stars are literally aligning to allow us to make monumental connections with each other. Somehow we're finding ourselves in the right rooms with the right groups of people, and your spirit guides want you to know that this is divine selection at work. If you have been communicating to God about attracting your soul tribe, if you've been praying for abundance, you are being acknowledged right now for your obedience. Doing things outside of your comfort zone, putting yourself out there, following your intuition and honoring your authenticity is getting the right people's attention. Your spirit guides want you to know that your abundance and wealth is coming in quickly and to be open to receiving help from your community. Let people know what you need. You're creating a network of excellence, and before long, you'll run into people who know someone that knows someone that knows someone who can really benefit you on this journey. Your guides want you to see the potential in the people you meet. And also be generous in return. You have a lot to offer the community you're building. You can be someone's blessing. Make sure there's a balance of give and take with the connections you have in your life right now. The blessings are more than plentiful. Even if your current circumstances don't reflect the things that you want, your persistent faith in God and in yourself is making you so magnetic. Your commitment to having a positive perspective is allowing miracles and abundance to flow to you. Life will always present you with contrast, with ebbs and flows of energy. True power lies within the one who can keep their energy unshakable in the midst of said contrast. The mind is such a powerful tool. If you can keep your thoughts in alignment with the things you want, you can continue to attract it. Now, yes, we are human, and sometimes it's hard to think positively or to focus on gratitude. Your spiritual team wants you to know that when it gets hard and life's contrast tries to distract you, you simply have to ask them for what you need. Ask God to help you shift your perspective and to help you flow gracefully and to allow the act of surrendering to be easier. Your guides want you to know that it's all about to happen for you. Good things will find you easily. Miracles exist because you believe in them. Balance the more serious responsibilities of life with being carefree. Surrender your worries to God and honor every moment of joy you are blessed with. Alright, beautiful souls, I really hope you enjoyed this video and that it resonated with you. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate your engagement with my channel, and I love making videos for you and sharing as much information that comes to me. My birthday is on Saturday, so I won't have time to create a new meditation for y'all, but I will link in the description one of my past full moon meditations that I feel really goes well with the energy of this full moon as well. Please share with your friends and family or anyone you feel could use some spiritual guidance at this time. Alright, y'all take care of yourselves. Talk to you soon. Release anything that's making us feel repressed, disingenuous, and pessimistic. Disingenuous? Is that how you say it? Disingenuous. Disingenuous. Okay.